let's get to it, man. This is the 6th level of YouTube Hooper. So I think the video is done by a content creator called Prospect. I'll link the original video in the description. Let's get to it, man. I want to see what this video is about. All right, that's Scalabrini right there.
You suck compared to me.
I was into showing the difference between N1 and the league. I was into that.
It's like a YouTube space. I don't know, you probably kind of look down on y'all YouTube.
We just train professionals. You know, we play basketball on days that we don't want to play basketball.
Rob Coleman. Oh, okay, I know.
I like to see Lou Will in the space.
Oh, damn.
Dang, they said that about Rob.
NBA players look down on YouTubers.
Actually, ain't no shock they're gonna say that.
But if you've actually been keeping up, you know that all YouTube hoopers are not built the same. There are levels to the game of basketball. In fact, there are 6.
Level 1. Trash.
Welcome to basketball hell. These are the guys you want to avoid at all costs. They can't shoot, they can't dribble, they can't defend, and worst of all, they got negative basketball IQ. If one of these dudes end up on your team, congratulations, you're basically playing 4-on-5. You might watch these guys because they're funny, or because they make entertaining content, but no one seriously thinks they can hoop. Like imagine you need one more guy to play 5s, and Geo Wise shows up. I would rather just not play than deal with this.
Set a 45, bro. That's crazy.
No way.
Level 2. LA Fitness Role Players.
Now we're climbing out of rock bottom. LA Fitness role players are at least serviceable. At this level, you unlock simple moves like posting up, getting in a defensive stance, and even the occasional wide open 3. A perfect example of a level 2 player is Cash Nasty. Can he grab a couple boards a game and set some hard screens? Yes. Does he have more than 2 moves in his bag? No.
Man, that shoulder lean he got is different.
You have guys like Jesser and Ray, who probably would be taken more seriously if they dedicated themselves to the game.
But Jesser is going to be playing an intelligent game. He's not going to take any bad shots. Wow. That is smooth. That was smooth.
Level 3. LA Fitness Stars.
Level 3 guys can be controversial. On the one hand, there's a big jump from level 2 guys to level 3 guys. LA Fitness Stars do at least want the ball. When they get hot, they might even win you a game on their own. And if you watch their highlights, you might even catch yourself saying, why isn't this guy in the league?
You know what? I can't really knock it, man. I love Hezzy guy game on the offensive
LA Fitness Stars are the tank commanders of YouTube basketball. Sure, their highlights look great, but they'd only ever star on a losing team. You think anyone has ever said, man, I really want Hezzy God on my team? Of course not. It's because all he really cares about is getting a clip. He doesn't pass, he doesn't defend, and when things don't go his way, he tries to fight a ref. Julian Newman is just like Hezzy God, but smaller and less skilled.
Bro, that's the offense. On my mama, that's the offense.
Chris White is just like Julian Newman, except bigger and fatter. With all that being said, LA Fitness Stars are much better at basketball than a casual hooper. Just don't get it twisted, they aren't top tier.
Level 4. YouTube All-Stars.
Now we're getting into respectable hooper territory. YouTube All-Stars almost all could have been serious basketball players, but chose to go the content route instead. Some of these guys are more known as trick shot dudes, or shoe reviewers, or even commentators. But make no mistake about it, these dudes can really hoop. Most tier 4 guys have the talent to be in one of the top 2 levels, They can create for themselves, they can play a role if necessary, and they don't bring team morale down like LA Fitness stars do. Really, the thing stopping YouTube All-Stars from being higher up on this list is that they're perfectly content with just being content creators. Take a guy like Marcellus Howard. Most people know Cell as just a commentator on the next chapter, or maybe even as just another basketball skit guy. But real ones know, Cell was the real deal.
No disrespect to them. I think they can hoop too, but Dev in the lab is top tier.
However, it's no coincidence that most of these guys got their start in the early days of YouTube, back when there wasn't that much competition in the space. I'd compare YouTube basketball in 2010 to the NBA in the 60s and the 70s. While these guys are good, the game has evolved, and what made someone stand out back then simply wouldn't cut it nowadays. And of course, there's gonna be unks who argue in the comments that Devin Williams deserves to be in the top tier, just like old heads swear that Pete Maravich is the best point guard of all time. But I'm just not convinced.
The disrespect. That man still can get cast buckets, man.
Level 5. Hooper Hoopers.
Level 5 guys are a serious problem. For them, it's not just about highlights. These guys take the game seriously. Almost all of them played college ball, and every time they step on the court, they truly believe they're the best player there. The difference between Hooper Hoopers and YouTube All-Stars is that they're battle tested. They've had to earn their spot in this list by beating out other hungry players. A Hooper Hooper would feel disrespected if they got labeled just merely a content creator. For them, basketball is their life. These guys are not afraid to admit they want to be the best. Take a guy like Nesco. The man literally got shot 10 times last year. Instead of quitting, he's doubled down and is now one of the best players on Ball's life. Guys like Uncle Scoob and Moon are damn near street ball legends at this point. Their games are unorthodox, their moves are unpredictable, and yet somehow they always find a way to win.
Oh, word. Oh, word.
At this level, the line between YouTube Hooper and pro basketball players starts to blur. These guys have sponsorships, are constantly pushing horrific sports betting ads, and fans start opening up to the idea of paying these dudes to play. However, despite their success, these guys are not taken seriously by NBA players. Why? Because they've been playing in the amateur space for so long that it's like they're playing a totally separate game than NBA guys. They carry or travel on every other possession, they have horrible shot selection, and worst of all, they can't play clean defense to save their life. The Nesco vs. Ty Lawson game was just embarrassing. Nesco fouled on almost every drive. Until the games get officiated the same way that an NBA game would, don't expect tier 5 guys to take it seriously.
I took him out of my top 5 for that. That game, I took him out of my top 5.
Level 6.
That was terrible.
Don't play overseas.
Level 6 guys have elevated beyond YouTube fame. Even people who don't follow park runs know their names. These are the players competing overseas in leagues like the Big 3, and sometimes even catching the attention of NBA players.
Body bag.
If you don't take them seriously, you'll end up like Denzel Valentine.
A little bit, so excuse that. So I come down, get a bump. Step back, mid-range.
Yeah, Frank Nitty was my favorite player in YouTube.
Again, this is after,
favorite player.
Talking and I done hit a couple
I know he ain't
shots
considered
and
it. He probably won't consider himself a YouTuber.
These players have both the skill and the physicality of real pros. They reject the label of YouTube Hooper, and they play with a constant chip on their shoulder. The face of this level is Nas, who's arguably put YouTube basketball on the map.
Nas has been on a crazy run. I think he ended
while
pretty good
YouTube
with
guys
that.
are trash compared to NBA players, they can still be pretty good.
Why they got XRM on there?
No.
XRM is not a YouTuber.
NBA players in ones. Does that mean that 1v1s aren't real basketball? Watch this video to find out.
XRM is not a YouTuber, bro. All right, that was the end of the video. That was a dope video, by the way. Man, got some editing skills for real. That was dope. But I got one problem with it. Dev Williams, man. Look. He's top tier. Shoot, I believe he could be top 5, top 10 if he wanted to be. I think he just in a different space right now. The man been hooping for a long time. but you still see Frank Nitti get busy, and I think they close in age. So, I mean, I think if Dev wanted to do it, he could do it, man. Other than that, everything else I can pretty much agree with. Yeah, there's nobody else I can really think of. Comparing the beginning of the YouTube basketball like the 1960s is crazy. But anyways, man, that's the end of the video, man. Hope y'all like it. Let me know what y'all think about the categories and who's in there. I was gonna disagree with Hezzy, but Hezzy deserve to be right there right now, man. For some reason, he just don't want to play defense, and I think he could easily be top 5 if he plays some defense. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. Comment, like, and subscribe. We'll get back at it. Yeah.
I'm turned up, I'm dedicated, I'm ready for whoa. I got